Hello boys and girls, and welcome once again to week 3 of the Gears of War 3 beta. I of course am Micah C, PS3 Xbox 360 editor for blisteredthumbs.net. And before we get into the fun stuff, let's of course go through the gripes of what's going on currently in the Gears 3 beta, so the people at Epic now know from someone who knows video games exactly what's going on and what they need to fix. First and foremost, there's a couple of maps that you can really get pinned into your spawns far too easy, and there needs to be something done about it. Those two maps are Trenches and Old Town. During my entire playthrough of this beta, I honestly have not seen a point where people don't sit outside of these particular spawns and get at least 3 or 4 free kills. Truthfully, I think that if people are sitting outside of this particular spawn, then people should be spawning in somewhere else on the map. There's 4 different corners to each map. I don't understand why things aren't getting separated better. Another thing worth mentioning is that matchmaking right now is very unbalanced. Well, maybe not very, but on occasion you'll find a team that has about 3 or 4 level 20-somethings in there, and then the other team will be, well, much less experienced than them. Now, granted, anyone can win at any time in multiplayer, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like the matchmaking is willing to separate certain parties. And when there are points like this, to be quite honest with you, there should be a point where parties, if they're playing online, should be separated from one another, and the only thing that should keep them together is if they're playing on the same console. Now beyond that, the thing is, I've heard some complaints, and I've seen quite a few mistakes being made in the Gears of War 3 beta. Well, from a strategic standpoint anyway. So, to switch things up this week, I've decided to do something about it. Have you ever had a moment like this?
Oh, come on, move! Oh, come on! Stupid motherfucking pieces of shit! How the f*** did we all die? Great job, morons!
Chances are that you have screwed up.
Wait, I have?
Oh, yes. So to help you and many others like you through the Gears of War 3 beta's final week, we're going to talk strategy in This Week in Not Getting My Kicked. Tip number 1. Use your TACCOM often. I cannot emphasize how much of an asset the TACCOM is. In this game you can see exactly where every single one of your teammates is, and if you're playing as the leader and capture the leader, you can see everyone on the map. I don't know how many times I've seen people walk into ambushes just because they're not using it properly. If you've got a resource where you can see everybody on the map, don't you think it would be a good idea to use it? Tip number 2. When you capture the leader, put yourself in a corner. I know that this is sort of an odd recommendation, but chances are if you actually pin down the leader, you're going to have your teammates with you. If you can do this and put yourself in a corner while your teammates fend off the enemy, keep in mind, their job really isn't to kill everyone, their job is to make sure that you don't get killed, then you'll be able to capture your leader pretty easily. Tip number 3. When playing in King of the Hill, make sure you set up a perimeter around the hill after you capture it, rather than everyone bunching in the middle of it. Keep in mind that this doesn't work like King of the Hill in Gears of War 2, this is more like Annex. You can capture the ring and then branch out. Set up a small perimeter around the hill where you guard all the entrances to it. That way, if somebody grabs grenades and they throw them in there, they won't hit anything. And finally, tip number 4, play as the Coal Train.
Stay cool, baby.